Today I fucked up by telling my dying mother we'd take care of a cat after she passed away. No sympathy needed about the dying part. Shit happens. The today I fucked up was 2 weeks ago. My mother has stage 4 brain cancer and 6 months ago her 13-year-old dog had to be put down. Since she lives alone, she's lonely. So she called and asks if I got a kitten to keep me company. Would you and wife take the cat after I'm gone? Sure mom. Sure. We lost our cat last March and our dog this May. Real pet wipeout. So yeah, we can take a small cat in. Here's where I fucked up. Forgetting my mom takes a specific yes to mean a blanket yes. If the door is cracked open an inch she will Kool-Aid man herself straight through it. She called 3 hours ago, and purchased a very expensive Pomeranian puppy. 14 weeks old. That's okay right? She asks. So yeah, guess wife and I have a future Pomeranian now, a dog we do not want but will take in and give a home. We were planning on getting a puppy next spring since we are petless too. Pomeranian better be real fucking charming is all I can say. Too long didn't read. I agreed to take a kitten and give it a home and now I'm obligated to own a Pomeranian for the rest of its very long life. You did the right thing, which is never easy. My mother is the exact same way with taking a mile when an inch is given. Inheriting a Pomeranian seems a very small price to pay for giving your mother joy at a difficult time. Props. Thanks. Sounds like we have the same mom. The cops who discovered my mom's body accidentally let her dogs out, and I am not ashamed to say that I was relieved of a ton of burden that day. The coroner actually looked for the dogs as best she could. I am 3,000 miles away, but to no avail. The coroner was really emotional telling me about how she looked for my mom's dogs for hours, and all I could think about was that they were 100% in a better place even if they were now strays. My mom was a boss. I thanked the coroner up and down. Jesus, that's a hell of a story. Sorry about that. Fuck up says you, loophole says I. That's the fuck up, forgetting she'd find the way to twist the yes into something wildly different yet somehow technically similar. This seems potentially destined for failure. Is she well enough to be training the puppy? Otherwise you're going to inherit an untrained dog. Confused face. That's why I posted it on Today I Fucked Up. She's sick but not unwell yet. I mean she drove 2 hours to pick the dog up and back. Still early stages of terminal cancer, if there's such a thing. If the dog is poorly trained we will just have to train it. I mean a promise is a promise, right? You didn't fuck up bud. You're going to have something to remember mom for a long time, whether you wanted to or not. Just like mom wanted. And that'll be okay. Lol, I just wish she hadn't swapped species on me. Today I fucked up. Today I fucked up by sleeping with my mouth open. This is really short, but kinda funny, especially how weird this is. So today I fucked up by sleeping with my mouth open. I was fast asleep and off in dreamland somewhere 20 or so minutes ago. Without any warning I'm jerked awake by the sounds of objects clattering, the squeal of my orange kitten, and a sharp pain in my lip. My dear orange kitten was climbing around on a shelf, where she knows she was not supposed to be, and fell with her back foot landing directly in my mouth. Her claws were extended as she tried to counter her fall, cutting my lower lip and gums up pretty good. I cleaned it by rinsing it out with a little alcohol, took Benadryl to counter any cat scratch reaction, but thank goodness I have topical lidocaine exclamation mark ... even if now I'm drooling like an absolute fool. Embarrassed smiley face. To my cat's credit she felt really bad and laid next to me for comfort. It's swollen as heck, but I'll manage. I may or may not update if anyone is actually interested in this short story lol. Too long didn't read. I slept with my mouth open and my orange kitten fell in. Edit, to those worried don't worry, we contacted the doctor about cat scratch fever already. Smiley face. That was actually part of the reason I took Benadryl, to slow down a possible reaction before we could contact my primary. We aren't worried at this point, but we're also watching any possible symptoms closely. Also, thanks for the hug award stranger. Kitten tax 1 kitten tax 2. I thought this post was going to be some horror story involving a bug, so I was delighted to find that it was just a sweet little furball. Romantic cat face. Hope you both feel better soon, and please pay the kitten tax. Just a bit swollen but doing well. The little one is scampering around the house, lol, we are good. I add the pictures at the bottom, smiley cat face. Love it how you pointed out that your cat's orange. Just a detail to help create a mental image, lol. Cute. Today I fucked up by getting drunk and zipping up the penis. Today I fucked up totally. Part of me is embarrassed. I am not from USA. I am from a South Asian country living in a small town where everyone knows everyone. My wife's sister is an ER nurse. My brother's wife is a surgeon. I met up with my friends after a long time when things started to open up. My wife told me not to go and I didn't listen to her. Got a few drinks and my coordination ability was not at its best. After peeing and when zipping up, I ended zipping up my foreskin. It was a real mess. Had to be taken in an ambulance to the hospital. Bleeding, unbearable pain. To make the situation worse, it was my sister-in-law who attended to me in the ER. Then few doctors here and there. Just to end up calling my brother's wife who was on call for an emergency circumcision. Because nothing else can be done. Now resting at home with embarrassment. Only thing that I am happy about is, luckily my father doesn't know. He was an off-duty paramedic. I don't want anyone to have a zipped penis. Then add salt to the wound by going through the embarrassment. Probably my wife is thinking that if I had stayed at home the story would have been different. TL, doctor zipped penis after alcohol. Then to be circumcised by a relative. P.S. My wife is embarrassed since she has to face her sister and my brother's wife. I remember as a child, sometimes foreskin got stuck but it would just leave a small scratch. Don't know how you messed up this bad. It's not like it was a well thought out plan. What is worse than pecker tracks all over your zipper? Zipper tracks all over your pecker. Wow. Sounds like that would have hurt a ton. Oh yeah. When half the foreskin together with the frenulum is embedded in the zipper. Oh yeah. I lost my thinking ability for a good 15 minutes. So bad no doctor tried to do anything. Beyond healing was a statement someone made. Circumcision would heal fast was my brother's wife's statement. Been there lol, but I was sober and running from my GFS father when this happened. The guy took me to the ER though. Why were you running from him? Why was your dick out? So many questions. This is a post that makes every guy cringe, because we've all done it to some degree. Sorry about your loss. Heal up soon, cheers. Actually my brother's wife was like, lucky you weren't circumcised. If not this episode could have turned ugly. A simple circumcision would solve the issue.